Hey everybody, believe it or not, it's the beginning of January, and that means it's that time of year again. Time for the Consumer Electronics Show, and here I'm going to showcase a few of the new items that are going to be available in the next year that I think will be great to take on travels. Let's head back to the desk and check them out.
For those of you that aren't familiar, CES is the Consumer Electronics Show. It happens at the beginning of each January. It's where companies come together to show off some of the new tech that they plan on releasing throughout the new year. Sometimes they'll show off concepts and products that are more inspirational than anything else. These are some of the products that I thought were the most exciting and could enhance your future travel. First up, we'll talk about some of the airlines. United Airlines says that they will start offering flights with Starlink Wi-Fi in spring 2025. This is exciting because Starlink has proven to be very fast in remote places where there aren't any cell phone towers or anything like that. So it'll be interesting to see how well this fares in airplanes and if it offers better service. Delta also made an announcement that they're going to upgrade their in-flight screens. The technology that Delta has in their current screen back entertainment is certainly starting to show its age a little bit. We actually took a flight recently where flight attendants did their best to reset the software. However, it didn't work, and it ended up where no one in the flight was able to use any of the seatback entertainment. But this will be exciting. I doubt that they'll actually showcase full 4K video on these devices. However, it should make the interface a lot nicer to look at, and I'm looking forward to checking these out when they eventually launch. They likely aren't going to be coming out until 2026 or 2027, and it'll be a timed rollout. As of now, it's unclear whether these devices will come to all seatbacks or if this might be something that they leverage to differentiate first class. Next, I thought we could transition over to talk a little bit about some chargers. Basis offered an interesting charger. This is one that has two USB-C cables that are retractable and built into the device. Super handy if you don't like having cord clutter and if you want to have everything contained in this small package. It's looking to launch for $69.95 and should be coming out in April. In addition to the two built-in cords, there's another USB-C port that you can leverage to charge devices as well. Anker is another brand that I leverage quite a bit and have showcased some of their devices before. They launched two new devices. Both of them have integrated screens to let you know the charging rates and what is currently plugged in and being leveraged. The power bank is a 25,000 milliamp power bank. It can output up to 165 watts. This one has two built-in USB-C ports. One of them is retractable, like the Baseus, and the other one actually flips around and attaches to become a lanyard for the device, which is really nice. They also released a new 4-port charger and have done something interesting here where they've placed the ports all at the bottom of the charger so that when you're plugging into the wall, all the cords are facing down and it'll be less likely to pull the plug out. It also leaves the front of the charger open to display the screen so that you know a little bit about what's going on. This can go up to 140 watts and there's four different ports, and this includes power delivery 3.1 and also has a separate USB-C cable that you can receive. The nice part about this charger is that there is still a USB-A port that can be leveraged for charging. You might have some older devices that still have that connector. Continuing with some of Anker's announcements, they showed off a solar umbrella that you can take to the beach and you can leverage it to charge up batteries, your devices, or also a portable cooler is what they're using in the example. This is really interesting. It can produce up to 100 watts of total output, and it does include some USB-C connections. This is using a new type of solar cell that can outperform the silicone-based cells that are used in most solar panels today. They claim that it'll offer 30% better performance than crystalline silicone solar cells in bright light and double the efficiency in low light. This will be something that'll be really interesting to see how well it performs. Along those same lines, EcoFlow has shown off a solar hat that isn't very stylish. However, you can charge up to 2 devices at a time, and the solar panels are built into the brim of the hat. This is definitely not going to win any fashion awards. However, if you're going to be outside for a long time, it does offer plenty of sun protection and is quite interesting. This solar hat does rely on those monocrystalline silicone cells, and they have a rated efficiency of 24%. Moving on to storage, it's exciting that you can finally buy a Thunderbolt 5 SSD. These devices will be extremely speedy, great for storing content, editing videos from, and things like that. And multiple manufacturers have come out saying that they will be releasing them. However, that speed that you get with Thunderbolt 5 will come at a price. So the 2 terabyte version will be around $400. A 4 terabyte version will be available for $600. Again, they'll offer fantastic read and write speeds. However, I would caution you that since these are some of the first to hit the market, there might be some growing pains and you could potentially run into some issues. So I certainly would recommend waiting to read reviews of the devices after they come out. Make sure that people have had the opportunity to stress test them before you invest and spend so much on this type of storage. Belkin has shown off a power grip that magnetically attaches to an iPhone, but it also offers some more functionality, including a shutter button to control your camera. This is kind of a unique take, and if you have a MagSafe compatible iPhone, I could see how this battery bank would be very convenient to leverage. It gives you more of a grip that you can leverage when shooting video or taking pictures, and it leverages Bluetooth pairing to have that shutter button function. Continuing with Belkin, they have started to showcase some new headphones, and what's really nice about these headphones in particular is that they are relatively cheap. They're $60 and offer some noise canceling. They're up for pre-order today. This will certainly be one that I'll be interested in seeing how well they review and how well they sound. $60 certainly is relatively cheap compared to other noise canceling headphones. But another thing that they also showcased is a new set of budget wireless earbuds called the Soundform Anywhere. They're semi-open, so they're similar to just the standard Apple AirPods, which means they don't have those silicone ear tips that go in your ear. What's interesting though about these is there's a very unique kind of flat design to them. There's some speculation that this might allow the headphones to stay in your ears and remain comfortable if you're laying down or doing something like that, where typically wireless headphones with stems would push into your ear or your face a little bit. Continuing on the earbud train, Audio-Technica has shown off some earbuds that have kind of a unique trick where they can magnetically attach to each other and automatically power off so that you can just place them in your pocket to hopefully help you save battery life. They're saying that these earbuds can offer a total of 65 hours of playback with noise cancellation off. There's 25 hours from fully charged earbuds, and then another 40 hours of battery is in the charging case. However, if you turn on active noise canceling, they will shift, and it's still a pretty impressive amount. You get 15 hours of battery life from the buds with active noise canceling and 25 extra hours from the case. At CES, they also showcased some new computers and gaming handhelds. The Lenovo Legion Go S was very exciting because this is going to be one of the first third-party SteamOS handhelds. Up until this point, SteamOS has been exclusive to the Steam Deck. Very, very convenient, and most games work flawlessly on that Linux-based device. However, there will also be a Windows 11 version that will be coming out this month. The Windows 11 version will have 32 gigabytes of RAM and a terabyte of storage. That model will be about $730 when it launches later this month. However, if you want to save a little bit of money and go with a 16 gigabyte RAM model, there will be the cheaper Windows version, and the SteamOS version will come out towards April. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Acer's new giant Nitro Blaze 11 handheld. This handheld looks absolutely massive. In fact, it kind of looks a little ridiculous. However, The Verge and other tech reviewers have been able to go hands-on, and everybody pretty much is agreeing that it is shockingly lightweight. It certainly feels lighter than you expect it to with a screen of that size. I'll show off some of the photos here that kind of show the comparison of the Steam Deck to the larger Acer Nitro Blaze. That 11-inch screen is quite a bit larger than the 7.4-inch screen of the Steam Deck. The Blaze 11 is expected to launch sometime in Q2, and it will retail for $1,100. Switching back to Lenovo, they showed off a very interesting laptop that includes a rollable screen. This was actually a concept that they showed off at CES a few years ago, but now they're going to actually release a retail version, and it will come at a pretty penny, $3,500. It is a very unique thing to see the screen just slowly rise out of the laptop. And it sounds like this new flexible OLED display is very, very unique. You end up kind of with a square aspect ratio. It does include 2 USB-C ports and an audio jack as well on one side. There are no ports on the other side. Lenovo is expecting to launch this device around June. Asus unveiled a new ZenBook A14 at CES, and what's really interesting about this one is just how shockingly light it is. Everyone who has had a hands-on on this device so far has talked about how this device is just incredibly light, and it comes in at an incredible price. The base model will start at $900, but you're able to opt into a more expensive premium version that is going to run for $1,100 and will actually be even lighter. This device is lighter than a MacBook Air and still has a lot of great features, like being able to open it up with a finger while it's sitting on a desk or table. It includes one USB Type-A connection, 2 USB-C ports, HDMI 2.1, and a headphone jack. Far more connectivity than you would see in the MacBook Air. Finally, I want to show off this new gaming tablet from Asus. It's the ROG Flow Z13. They've had this device out for a couple of years in different formats, and what's unique about this iteration is that it's using integrated graphics. So if you're familiar with Microsoft Surface Pro, this device is going to be very similar. It has a built-in kickstand and uses a type keyboard cover that you can magnetically attach up to the screen to give you a little bit better ergonomics. This also has a ton of ports, micro SD, HDMI, 2 USB-C, and then a proprietary charging port. The charger for this device is quite bulky. It comes in at 200 watts. There is a window with some RGB in the back so that you can see the internals of the motherboard. On the other side, there is volume controls, power button, USB-A port, as well as a headphone jack. This device will be a little pricey. It can be configured with the Ryzen AI Max 390 for $2,000 or the Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 for $2,200. That top-end model has 16 CPU cores and 40 graphical cores, and AMD is saying that you will get performance on par with NVIDIA's 4060 or 4070 mobile GPUs from the last generation. Well, that kind of wraps up all of the devices I wanted to talk about that were shown off this year at CES. Was there anything that really stood out to you that you really liked or are looking forward to seeing more of in the future? If I missed a product that you found super exciting, I'd love it if you would post it in the comment below. Please take the time to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you'd like to support the channel, there's a link to my Patreon down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.